Sunday, everyone. It's been a real hot, long minute since I did a Sunday with Sky. So I'm on here. Hello, how are you all? How's May been treating everybody? What is going on in May for you? Have you been enjoying the bank holidays? Have you got something nice to look forward to for the next one? Let me know. It's been really nice and sunny in London, really lovely and sunny. I've been doing loads with the kids, apart from being mum taxi. I've just been pottering around the house doing stuff in the garden, eating, sleeping, napping. So yeah, enough about me. The reason I've popped on here is to do a quick video with somebody that I know. Her name is Ameena, and she's an amazing woman that I've been following and formed a friendship with since I went through my breast cancer journey. And as a result, I'm fundraising to support the organisation with my friend. And so, yeah, without further ado, I'm going to bring her on the call. If you want to buy tickets to the summer ball that I'm co-hosting with my friend to support the charity, the link is in my bio, in my link tree, so you can get tickets from there. If you can't come to the event and you want to still help us in some way, shape or form, you can send me raffle prizes, or you can donate raffle prizes, which would be amazing, like any hampers or any sort of tickets to something that we can raise money for on the night and give away as prizes. And we're also launching a Just Giving page as well, because we know a lot of people won't be able to go there for one reason or another, holidays booked and so on and so on. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring Ameena on to let us know what she does with her organisation and to introduce herself. So it's been a while, so bear with me. See if I can do this. I think I'm having some trouble inviting Ameena. Ameena, if you want to send a request to join my video, it might work better that way. Thank you all for staying with me. I've just put the kids to bed, the little two. But it's so hot, it's so difficult to sleep when it's warm and it's lovely and bright out there like this. Oh, not able to join. So when someone joins your video, anyone can see their live videos, can also watch this one. I've never had a problem before. Let me see what's going on. It's interesting. Maybe I have to start the thing again. Oh,
interesting. Bear with me. Hello.
Hi, Ameena.
Hello, my sweet. I put my laptop on and I didn't get the request on the laptop, so I've put it on my phone.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I just gave a really small introduction to how I know you through my journey, and I just wanted how's your weekend been?
Oh, Well, this morning I didn't think I'd be well enough to come on. I've had a bit of a rough weekend, but I'm here and it's amazing. Well, I've tried to do a bit of makeup for you, Sky.
Yeah, I love it. I've just kind of brushed my hair and brushed my teeth and creamed my face because I was just looking awful. So thank you. I'm glad you're feeling better and well enough to come on and talk a bit about you and what you've been through, what your organisation does. Do you want to start from the beginning and talk a bit about how Let's Talk Hope in Sandwell came about?
Yeah, I think that's the best place to start. So, hi everybody. I'm Ameena Westwood, the founder of Let's Talk Hope Cancer Support Group. And in 2016, my mother got diagnosed with breast cancer. She had her treatment. The whole family, we all supported each other. We are blessed. We've got a lovely, strong family background. And then 1 year later, cancer got me, and I had lobular breast cancer, ended up having a mastectomy. Um, and while we were going through the journey, we'd go to our appointments and we'd be sitting in the waiting rooms and we'd get chatting to all these people waiting for their appointments, and they'd come up with all these, have you tried this? Have you been there? Have you, they told me about Look Good, Feel Better, things like that. And then we got called in and the conversations got cut short. And I just thought, you know what? I need something that will continue these priceless, conversations. So I went to McMillan and I said, there's nothing in my area. And so we managed to get a small grant, which covered a laptop, room hire. And we tried it for a pilot with the support of the Yemeni Community Association, which is where I'm based and where I work. And the rest is history. It's just grown and grown. Face-to-face groups, a Facebook group with over 500 people. And I've met the most amazing people on this journey. But also in 2018, my father got diagnosed with stomach cancer and I lost my dad. It still gets hard, it doesn't matter how many years ago, but it's still hard to talk about. But I lost him in 2019.
Right.
So Let's Talk Hope is in my dad's memory.
That's your whole family's been through a lot. And
yeah.
Sorry, my daughter's popped into the room. Losing a family member is so difficult, especially when it's your mum or your dad, and doing something so magnificent in his memory is just it's very heartwarming. And just seeing what you do does a lot for so many people. How does that make you feel?
I know you do a lot as well. So I know and I admire you for what you do. But if you're anything like me, we don't realize we're doing anything because we're doing it from the heart. We just want to help people, and it actually helps us heal as well. It's not a one-way thing, it's a two-way thing. So yes, I love what I do. I do it all voluntary and I love every moment of it. Yesterday morning, I had a face-to-face group. I woke up in the morning, I was in so much pain. And later on, we can explain why I'm in so much pain to everybody. But I was like, oh God, I don't know if I can do this. I don't think I can get up. I'm in so much pain. I feel so ill. I thought, no, come on, Ameena. And I got up and I had my shower, got myself ready, and I went to do one of my face-to-face groups. And somebody new came along, Sky, and I'm glad I went. I'm glad I didn't have a sickie. I was there, and I was there when somebody needed me. And I came home, yes, still feeling a bit rough, but buzzing and realizing this is why I do it.
That's brilliant. I mean, so many people get so much from when one person opens up and shares, or there is a space for people to talk and be in a space where people just get it and they don't have to just you know, they don't have to explain in too much detail. We all get it, and we resonate, and we it's just so holistic being in a space that is just supporting people with what they're going through, that they don't need to explain, you know,
Yeah.
so much. So I appreciate what you're doing. And you started off, was it supporting just women with breast cancer initially, or was it?
Oh, what it was a pilot, because you know I was told it'll never take off. That's what I was told. And you do have these people that come into your life that try to put you off doing things, but I was determined because there was nothing here for me to get the support I needed. So if it's not there, you've got to, you know, you've got to make it happen. And myself and my mum did it. So what we did, we started off, as I said, as a pilot, and I asked some of my mates, anybody, you know, need that support, you know, put the feelers out there. So it started off very small. It started off with just a few people, not just breast cancer, any cancer, and not just the person with the cancer, their families and friends, because they're all affected by it. And it just gradually built. It just gradually built. And then I brought it into another area as well, because I started off in West Bromwich and then I moved into another area as well. And for months, I'd sit in that room, me and my mum, waiting for people to walk through the door. And my mum kept saying, I don't think this is going to work. Nobody's come. And I went, no, one day someone's going to walk through that door and I'm going to be here waiting for them. And they came, and they're still coming. And it's an emotional journey. And I'm honoured that they come to me, that I can be there for somebody, even if it's just, have you heard about this service? And they don't want to open up anything. Some days you don't talk about cancer. It's a cancer-free zone. Sometimes it's anything that anybody wants to talk about. They're just not by themselves anymore.
And I know, after you experienced cancer the first time around, after your treatment, what happened after that?
Okay, so I've found if we at the moment we're not talking about what's happened to me right now, but like after that, it's grown and grown, and I've reached out to communities as well, because Sky, you know, as well as I do, a lot of communities do not want to talk about their cancer. They don't want, it's a taboo. You know, we shut up and we put up, and we don't have mental health and we don't have cancer, but we do. And I put my heart out there, my private story out there, because I think that it will help somebody. And we have saved lives, Sky, because people have gone and checked themselves and found something and gone and got treatment.
That's right. I agree with you, and I think there was so much, not just taboo, just not wanting to talk about it. And I get it, because you know everyone has the right to deal with their diagnosis as however they want. But for me, it was like my mum, after me going through my breast cancer journey, my mum told me about having like having a hysterectomy, which I knew she had, but I didn't realize it was because they'd found cancer cells. And then and that was only in November, and even up until recently, finding out that she did have a lump removed from her breast. But these are things that, you know, in our communities are not really shared or talked about. We don't empower our children with the knowledge to know what, you know, like for me now, I'm under Great Ormond Street having genetics testing, because like I could save the lives of my children. And I, you know, had I have known this was in my mum's history, I could have probably checked more for it earlier on as well.
I remember me and you having this conversation about my genetics.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I remember that. We had this conversation. Do you remember? It was just me and you.
And I was like, let me talk to my mum. And I started probing, and then I was like they just dismiss it like it's not important. And you know, and as you say, it affects the whole family, right? So what
Yeah,
happened was my mum had so much support from so many people, and people would start coming up to her and letting her know that they know so and so and so and so and so and so who's had
yeah.
it. So it's
Domino effect.
and it was just like nobody would know, be none the wiser. And people
Yeah,
that had success stories, going through treatment and being on certain medication for a certain number of years, and because when you're going through a diagnosis, I know for me, I don't feel as though there was enough for me from my community to give me an informed choice. That for I didn't think I had the right tools. I kind of just went in there and they just told me what I was going to have done to me, and I just accepted it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
as you said with the genetics, my father, when he was diagnosed with stomach cancer, they removed his stomach. And when he went to have that operation, so this is 2018, he had his stomach removed and he agreed to do a trial. Now, this trial is called the 1,000 Genomes. Now, my dad passed away a year later. We didn't know of any results or anything. But in November 2022, can you see how many years has gone by? We had a letter, or we had a call letting us know that my dad has had the BRCA2 gene, which led, yeah, look how long we had to wait for this result. It was too late for me anyway. I'd already had the cancer, but it would have helped. I mean, my two little sisters are going through, or have been through it and are going through it. And they probably would have, been tested by then and and understood and got the preventative surgery back then before they'd even got cancer, but nobody had reached out to us until it was, it's too late. So I have the BRCA gene. I'm BRCA2, and so far I've only managed to get my daughter to test, and unfortunately her test came back as well. But I'm trying to get the lads to do it, because it's another thing that you have a problem with. Men don't want to do these things, but I said, don't be selfish. It's for your children.
I hear you. And you do a lot of advocacy as well through Let's Talk Hope in Sandwell. And can you talk a bit about all the things that you're doing with McMillan as well, and in the Midlands?
Yeah. Okay. So, wow, so much has happened, to be honest with you. And my confidence has grown over the years. I mean, I used to work with Andrea, so she knows I used to work in a little primary school, and then the cancer and getting a new job and everything. And now, in 2022, I won the MBCC Awards.
Well done.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And you know what? It wasn't about the award, but I'd been through bullying and workplace bullying and things like that. So I was doubting myself. I knew I was helping people, but I didn't realize how much I was helping people, because it just comes natural. I don't realize what I do. I just love what I do. So from that time, I realized, you know what? I must be doing something right. I must be doing something right. So it went on, and my confidence grown, and I am on a strategy, lived experience strategy team for McMillan, where it's like a consultancy where you go in and we help them advise how to better McMillan, their missions and how to change things, because they want to hear lived experience things. So that's been so exciting to be part of. Yeah, I've been asked by a doctor that I met when I was on a panel for primary care about how we want doctors to treat us better. And it was just simple things like, when we come to the doctors, can you allocate a doctor to us? Because there's nothing worse than the trauma of meeting a new doctor every single time and having to relive everything that you've been through.
I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I've gone back, my consultant is, he's I've been sort of
Lovely.
seeing different doctors,
Yeah.
and it's like
Yeah.
there's no consistency. So I hear that.
Yeah, so that was one thing, and things like your GP should know what's available in the local community when it comes to support, and that they should know that if they've got your cancer results in front of you and your GP knows what you're going through, they should be supporting you, and they should know what's available in that area. So, a doctor that was on this when I was on this panel asked would I like to be part of who was writing an article for the GP journal. So I'm involved with that, and I'm really chuffed. You know, long after I'm gone, my name's still going to be in a journal somewhere. And at the moment, as we speak, about 7 years ago, I planted a seed when I first started all of this, and I said there's not enough in community. Things need to be brought back to grassroots. Things need to be brought back to community. Nobody knows their community like their own people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm all for peer-to-peer support, and even before I went through my journey, a lot of the work I did in the voluntary sector was by and for those you know, if I was working with disabled people, it was by and led for by disabled people. There's nobody that's going to know their community better than those that are lived
Exactly.
experience. So I completely agree.
Yes. So I planted this seed about 7 years ago, and at that time, McMillan weren't in that frame of mind. Any money that was coming into McMillan from, you know, fundraising, etc., was going into, yes, the importance are cancer nurses and services, but so it's took a lot of pushing, and
Yeah,
it's took a
roots level, you weren't seeing anything.
no. So it's taken a lot of pushing and waiting, and paperwork's gone backwards and forwards. But like in the next month or so, there is a £750,000 investment coming into Sandwell and the Black Country, and they're each in like the Yemeni community where I'm based. I'll be one of the cancer professionals there. There's going to be somebody at the Afro-Caribbean Centre. There's going to be somebody at the Sikh community. There's going to be somebody at the Bangladeshi community, and we're going to be there training people to be cancer champions, supporting people, guiding people. We're going to be community cancer connectors for our communities.
That's fantastic. Well done.
Yeah.
And I think McMillan have got better in recent years because after my what I went through, they have some like series of workshops like exactly like what you're talking about, because there is people feel like they're in a bit of limbo after everything, and so well, everything's now just stopped. What now?
Yeah.
And it gives a good space for people to sort of really kind of like digest what they've been through as well, and think about, well, what's next for them, and how to sort of cope with their next steps, and also like form long-term friendships like we have. And I've got a group where I meet them and we go for lunches or we go for dinners, and we have a WhatsApp group, and so it's a support that you can you can move on with. And I agree with you, like a lot of help I got when I was going through what I was going through, I found myself. So with Black Women Rising, with the Safe Fit trial and getting some physio, with Look Good Feel Better, there were some leaflets, don't get me wrong, in hospitals and stuff, but I actively sought out support to help with my mental health and my recovery. And I think that we need more grassroots organizations like yours that are doing what they're doing to not only be there for at a grassroots level, but also to influence strategy and be on those steering groups and be in places where we can hold organizations to account. And it's not just them playing lip service and all the money going to the fat cats, but there is stuff being cascaded down to the people that need it, and their families as well. So well done, thank you. We do appreciate you. Me and Andrea both have seen what you do in the community, in person and online, and this is why we really want to support your organisation in July when we run the summer ball. The tickets are in the link in my bio and in Andrea's page as well. What's been happening with you recently, and how are you how are things changing in terms of how you work and what you're doing going forward?
Right. Okay, so in October last year, I had a nasty cough. Um, and backwards and forwards to the GP, not feeling very well. Antibiotics weren't touching it. Then I got COVID for the first time. So afterwards, when this cough just got worse and worse, it sounded like a croup, and I thought to myself, oh, it's long COVID. And everyone was talking about this 100-day cough. So I just kept putting it off and putting it off. Nobody was listening to me. Get to the doctors, sent me to the hospital. They wanted an x-ray, but when I got to the hospital, they didn't give me an x-ray. Um, and until it got to the stage where I couldn't even get up the stairs because I couldn't breathe. I couldn't catch my breath. And I realised how poorly I was, and my weight started coming off, and I wasn't even trying. Gosh, I've been trying for years to lose weight, and then all of a sudden it's coming off, and I'm thinking, no, this doesn't feel right. This isn't a healthy way of losing weight. So I knew my signs and symptoms. I think that's well, it's not saved me because I'm terminal now, but I'm hoping that we've caught it early enough for me to be around for a few years yet on the right medication. But I ended up going to my GP and saying, listen, something's wrong. I'm sure I've got cancer. And I then got fast tracked, had a chest x-ray, and my lung was collapsing because I had all fluid building up around my lung. And it turned out to be metastasized breast cancer. So I was 7 years in remission, and it's decided to come back. And because I'm BRCA2 as well, so and when you're BRCA, yeah, it's just. But I had the oh my God, what's happening to me moment that you're bound to, because I've got so many plans, so many dreams, but I'm not letting this stop me. I'm trying to get over the side effects at the moment. I'm on very strong medication, so the cramping and the feeling sick and the sleepless nights because I'm in so much pain, and it has spread into my bones as well. But it's not going to stop me because I've got a job to do. I've got a new role starting, and I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to carry on, and I'm going to share this stage 4 cancer journey, so it makes others make sure they know their signs and symptoms. And to be honest with you, this new role has come at the perfect time because I want to leave a legacy behind. I don't know how long I've got, and I don't need a clock in front of me. I need to make a difference for my community, and I will. Whenever it's my time comes, I will have given my community the knowledge and the power to safeguard themselves and their families. And that's my dream. So whatever comes my way, I will have bad days and I will have good days, but I'm going to keep going because this is what I love and this is what I want to do, and I want to be there for people, and I want to change lives and save lives. So I'm hoping I'm going to have people who I get on their nerves. I'm hoping they'll be rolling their eyes for years to come.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing, and thank you for continuing to do what you're doing. You are making a difference, and we're so glad to have you and support you and every step of the way. So thank you so much, Ameena.
I just want to say thank you. You know, when yourself and Andrea reached out to me, it was like I cried. I did cry, I must admit, because it just came at the right time. I was broken for a week or so with my diagnosis, and you came and you picked me up and you lifted me. So you're not just helping Let's Talk Hope. You saved a little girl that wants to make her dad very proud of her up in heaven. So I want to say thank you to you, to Andrea, for even considering Let's Talk Hope.
You are such an inspiration, and I know Andrea thinks this as well. We both think so highly of you. So thank you.
Oh, I love you both.
Support you, and we're going to have a lovely night in July celebrating and having something great to look forward to that is a bit of fun, and all in the name of charity, and yeah, something nice to look forward to for a change, because it's not all, a lot. Yeah,
I'm
it's
so excited. I'm excited actually because my daughter's coming to
oh
spend two
wow.
months with me. And I said to her, I said, "Oh, you're going to have to come with me to the ball." She goes, "No, Uncle Matt should be coming with you, like my husband." And I'm like, "No, Uncle Matt can come to me to a lot of other things. This, you are coming. I just want to share a moment with my daughter while you're while she's in England." So I said, "No, no, you have to come with me."
I can't wait to meet her. So was there anything else that you'd like people to know about your organization, and or where they can find you for more information, so that they can keep in touch with you if they'd like to find out more about you, or some of the platforms you're on, some of the groups that you're in? Where can people find you?
Right. So on Facebook, if anyone is on Facebook, you can find Let's Talk Hope in Sandwell Cancer Support Group. It's a closed group. If you join, as I said, not everybody knows what you're writing on there, what you're reading on there, and it's full of information, hopefully good tips, and sometimes a nice quote when we need to pull our socks up and that. So sometimes it's nice to have a nice quote, and if I think there's any important information anybody needs to know, I will put it on there. Like today, we need to say thank you to all our wonderful nurses who do look after us and it's International Nurse Day, and I know anybody that's on a journey, the friends, the family, and everybody all have a special nurse that has looked after them. Also, anybody that's on LinkedIn, you will find me on there, Ameena Westwood. Please, if anybody wants to reach out, just reach out. And if you don't have to join a group, you can just reach out and I can support you one-to-one. You just need someone to talk to that's not family, because sometimes we try to protect our families. We're not honest. We'll hold back because we try to protect them for what we're actually feeling. So let me be that person that can be there for you. I do 2 face-to-face groups. So if anybody is in Sandwell, it's in West Bromwich at the Yemeni community, the last Saturday of every month at 10:30. And if you're in Smethwick, it's at Dorothy Parks Community Centre, the second Saturday of every month. But if you join one of my, either Let's Talk Hope or LinkedIn, just Google Ameena Westwood and you'll find me, and you can ask me anything you need.
Thank you. And the Facebook group is open to people more nationally as
Yes.
well?
Oh, international. If I looked the other day at the geography, because it shows you how many people I've got people all over the world, Canada, the Middle East, anywhere. And I think this is one thing with cancer. We know that it goes for anybody, any age, any colour, any religion. Cancer brings us together. And you know what? I need to make a positive out of this negative. This disease has brought some beautiful people into my life, and I'm grateful. And so yes, it's not a nice disease, but I used to watch you and Andrea on here on your lives about education. Never did I think that me and you would ever end up talking about cancer. And I was probably, every time you were talking about something, I said, yeah, there's this, and have you tried this? And I was doing my automatic go into support mode. And I've built this friendship with you, and I can't wait to meet you in person.
Yes, because we haven't met in person. We've
No.
been in and chatting, but we've never met in person. So that's another thing that we will be celebrating on the 26th of July as well. So everybody, this is Ameena Westwood, who runs Let's Talk Hope in Sandwell Cancer Support Group, and she does lots of other things to support all patients going through cancer diagnosis in the UK and internationally. So please do give her a follow, and hopefully we'll see you at the event. And if not, as I said before, if you want to donate any raffle prizes to our events, our charity ball, feel free to message me or Andrea or Ameena. And also, if you'd like to, if you can't come and you want to support the organisation with a donation, that's possible as well. We will be sharing a Just Giving page very soon. Thank you so much, Ameena.
Thank you. Can Sky, one thing that both of us need to say to everybody: go away and have a conversation with your families. Know your family history. You could save a life.
Absolutely. Yes, please, could everybody go and have a chat with your mum, your dad, your grandma, your granddad, cousins, and find out, you know, what medical history there is between both maternal and paternal sides, because it can save your life.
Exactly. Thank you for letting me add that.
Thank you. And I'll see you all soon.
Bye bye.
Bye
Thank you.
now.
Bye.